What's up, Vengeance, back with another video. So today's video is called the past, the present, and the future. So the reason I titled this video that is because basically this is a video about like how I perceive time and how I perceive like, you know, the past, the present, the future basically. So in my opinion, in my belief system, I actually believe that like the future exists just like the past does. So like the past, the present, and the future, they all exist at the same time. And a lot of people actually have this similar belief when it comes to time. So like even like from the day you're born, like your future is already planned out. And like, you know how some people say like, oh, you can't change the past, the past is in the past, it's like uninterchangeable. Well, I actually believe the same thing about the future. I believe the future is already like kind of set in stone even before you experience it, and there's nothing you can do to like change it because it's already there. You're just unraveling, experiencing like the future as it comes, like time as it comes, the past, the present, and the future. You're just experiencing it the way it is, the way it's shown to you. But I believe time is more like the way I like to explain it is like a movie reel. So like when you go into a cinema, when you go to watch a film, basically, the beginning of the film's there, the middle of the film's there, and the end of the film is already there on that reel, on that videotape basically. You're just going to the auditorium to watch the film, to experience it, for it to unravel in front of your own eyes. But the beginning, the middle, and the end is already there. You're just experiencing it basically. You know what I mean? And that's how I think about life. That's how I view life. I believe, the future's already there. The future's already like set in stone, and you're just getting to see it for yourself. But there's quite a few people who kind of agree with this. I think actually, I'm not the first person. I'm not the only person to come up with this idea. And I'm pretty sure like Albert Einstein like said himself that like he believes time doesn't exist, and I also technically believe time doesn't exist. And I'll explain it in a second. So what I actually believe in is just parallel universes. So whenever we're quote unquote moving in time, we're not moving in time. We're moving through parallel universes constantly, every millisecond, every single second that you're alive. You're constantly shifting through parallel universes that creates this image and this illusion that there is a time, that time does exist, that time is moving at a certain pace or whatever. But I actually believe you can shift through these universes if you know how to do it, and you're an expert at it. Basically, I do believe you can shift through different universes and even go to parallel universes, and also technically like experience maybe the past, the future. But that I'm not too sure about. But I definitely think you can shift through parallel universes and find a completely different alternate timeline basically. So yeah, that's kind of how I believe and perceive the way time and time travel works, and like the way we experience the illusion of time basically. So yeah, just constantly shifting to parallel universes every second of the day. And this might seem like a lot to some people, but to me this is a pretty normal thing because I've already got this set in my mind. I've already got this like ingrained into my mind, and I've looked up about this quite a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I often actually think like just randomly. Sometimes I think about different universes where like maybe I'm famous, or different universes where I have a different upbringing, or different universes where I'm like maybe born in a different country, or like just have a crazy different job. You know what I mean? I think about all these different worlds that could have a different version of me, but I do believe it is possible to shift through them. I think some people out there do know how to do it, and like you can also use the power of your mind. If you ever heard of manifestation, the law of attraction, I believe you can use that to shift through realities as well, if you know what you're doing. But it does take a lot of like dedication and like not time, but like you need to be very specific about it if you want to do something like that. In my opinion, you have to be very specific. I mean, there's a lot of information out there, and it is a lot to get into, but it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, to me, like even when things happen in my own life, when things happen in my own personal life, it's like, and something bad happens, or a mistake happens, or like some sort of like mishap, happens. Like I just think, oh, that was always going to happen in the beginning. That was always going to like occur. It just happened to happen at this point in time. It just happened. It just happened to be now. You know, it just happened to be in this moment. But that was always going to happen, even since the day I was born. That was always going to happen since the beginning. There's nothing I can do about it, and I can't alter fate. I can't change the future. I can't change time. You know, I'm just experiencing it. And I try to be grateful about it. I try not to get angry and kind of understand the world and the universe for the way it is. You know what I mean? There's probably a parallel universe out there where my life is fucking amazing. It's like 10 out of 10. It's just, you know, maybe I look a lot different. Maybe my life is perfect. Maybe I have no problems whatsoever. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for that. Even the fact that that exists, in my opinion. In my opinion, you know what I mean? This is just my own personal belief system, but a lot of people have the same kind of view. You know what I mean? But to think that there is a parallel universe where I have a whole different life, I like to think about that. I like to appreciate that, and I actually find that quite like comforting in a way. You know what I mean? To be honest, but yeah, to me, nothing is really like surprising in a way. Like whatever happens to me in the future or in the present, I just accept it for the way it is. I accept. I try to. Sometimes some things are really hard to accept. Some things are really like can be really hard and like really like maybe to some people it can be quite soul crushing. Some things that happen in their life, but fate is fate in my opinion. You know, the future is already there, and I'm just getting to experience it, and that also kind of makes me feel more comfortable in a way, because knowing that there's nothing I can do in a way also means that there's nothing I can't really mess up because it's already gonna be there. It's not like I can change anything because whatever happens happens, and I can just live by that saying. I can just live by that belief system. But yeah, just to like reiterate and like sum up everything in this video, my perception of time is like, yeah, the past exists before you're even here. For the most part, the future exists, and the present, well, you experience the present as it goes, but the future already exists, in my opinion. Like, your future already exists before you're even born, in my opinion. Like, it's already set out there. And that's how I perceive time. I don't think you can even change the future. I don't think you can, like, alter the future even. Just, you know, just how, like, let's say you dropped a glass in the kitchen and it's broken, now you can't do anything about it. Well, if you're going to break another glass in the future, then that's already going to happen. Like, there's nothing you can do about that either. That's just like set in stone as well, because that's how the universe works. That's how it functions. That's how strong it is. Some things are just so like when it comes to time and stuff, like some things just can't change at all because the universe is just so powerful and just coherent. You know what I mean? Like if that makes sense to you, you know, you just can't change the future, in my opinion. And I don't mind that, to be honest. I'm fine with that. I find comfort in that, and I find that easy to think about and understand, you know what I mean, compared to some people, you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, my life is going pretty good right now, all things considered, and I thought it could have been a lot worse, but it's not. It's actually quite good with everything that's happened over the past few years, and I'm just trying to enjoy everything. Like, sorry for being talking a bit too fast in this video, but just been trying to get everything off my chest. So yeah, also I'm going to talk a bit about parallel universes, I think, a bit, but even though I already did, but I'm just gonna get into it a bit more. So some people believe, like, with manifestation, with like the law of attraction, if you believe in it, basically what you're doing is you are shifting through realities, and you're just changing the reality like that you end up in, and the outcome that happens, the outcome that you end up with, basically with the power of your mind. And basically, like, this is quite powerful for like a lot of people. They think they can get what they want out of life. They think they can make their life goals. They can get lots of money. They can progress in their careers or whatever they're trying to do by these methods, by these manifestation methods. And this is mostly for people who already know about this. This isn't really for someone who's new to this. But yeah, that's also another thing that can come to occurrence with this. But to get what you want in life, I do actually think it is a lot about, as silly as it might sound to some people, it's about shifting realities and shifting into the reality that you want to be in, where you have what you want, where you're at a vibration, you're at a state where you're positive, where you're happy, where you're a kind of typical happy-go-lucky person in a way, not like a weak way where you're just like pushover, but like someone who like tries to find joy and appreciation and gratitude in everything, tries to find stoicism in everything. You know what I mean? Tries to see like some problems that they have in their life as like not a big deal when they occur. You know what I mean? Just to be very like stoic and like turn every like negative into like somewhat of a positive. You know what I mean? Just laugh at certain like trivial things that you typically make a big deal out of. And I do believe you can kind of like feel the energy. You know what I mean? And it might sound silly, but like I truly believe when you feel like when there's a lot of conflict going on, people can feel that kind of dark, negative energy. But when someone's like being nice to them, when someone's smiling at them, when someone's being happy towards them and like saying hi, how are you, how's your day, good morning, maybe they buy you a coffee or some shit out of love or whatever. I don't know. You can kind of feel the energy inside of you. You can feel it in like your solar plexus, in your soul, in your stomach. I truly believe that. And I think it's pretty obvious actually. It's just some people don't like to admit it because they think this is some like hippie spiritual stuff. But I actually think it's more to do with quantum physics. You know what I mean? Rather than like magic or whatever you might believe. I do believe in magic, but that's another video for another day if I want to make that. But I probably don't. But yeah, that's it. That's my belief. You have your own. But anyway, enjoy your day. Vengeance signing out.